are live, and I'm here with Connor, who is the source of all things power, and we are right across the street from the embassy. And what we're going to do is I'm going to just prop this up right here for now, and I will find it a better home in a moment. Actually, Connor, can you hold this for a little while?
Yeah, sure.
We are going to go up, and the moment we go up on the embassy, Connor is going to start timing, and he's going to time how long it takes the Z spotlight to come out. We've got a special message tonight for the United States Congress. We're just trying to get this in focus here. And there we go. And we're going to put it smack in the center of the embassy. And that is it, folks. We are up, we are live, we are without the Z spotlight. Share this. You can share this, and Connor is timing how long before the Z spotlight comes up. And while he is doing that, I am going to try to find a nice stable home for this here camera.
How's a tripod? You want to borrow it?
Oh, I've got a tripod. I just need a mount for it. Oh, there's the Z spotlight. How long did we have, Connor?
1 minute, 12 seconds.
1 minute, 12 seconds. Congratulations to the not so drunk today staff of the Russian Federation, embassy, who got it up in less than 10 minutes, less than 5 minutes. We're pleased. We're proud of them, but don't worry, folks. We're gonna have some fun with them tonight. Okay, that should give a nice stable base on the tripod mount for the camera. And now let's just do a little. Oh, we have somebody put a laser beam on, a green laser on there, and it wasn't me. And you know what that means, folks. That means, hey, look who's here.
Hi, good to see you.
And you?
Yeah, looks great.
So that means, folks, that the Russians have their own laser, because it wasn't me that put that green laser up. We're just going to dance a little bit here with the Z. There, you see that green laser there? That's not me, which means that the Russians have matched laser for laser. We're going to see what they're going to do with it. And we're going to see whether they're going to point it at us. So let's... This is all very exciting.
Ben, you might want to lift it a little bit to get answer the cars.
Oh, I can't lift it very much. All right. Folks, I think it's time to turn on Lord Laser. Let's see what we can do. I have some special messages for the United States Congress this time. We project on the Russian embassy, but oftentimes we're not really talking to the Russians, if you've noticed. We're kind of talking to Ukrainians or to, in this case, we're talking to Americans. And we have a very important message for for the United States Congress, which is we don't want them to forget about Ukraine. Now, we've got a little problem here going on with Lord Laser, which is that, oh, it wasn't on. That would be part of the problem. Oh, we've got a bus going into the embassy here. It doesn't look too good on the bus. All right, we are going to having a little trouble getting a connection to the laser here. Give me a second, folks. There we go. Whoa, somebody just shined something at me. That was cool. Okay. Whoops.
Is that you?
That's me.
Oh.
But we gotta shrink it. So I hope that Elena is watching right now, because
I gotta go make dinner. I'll see you later.
see you later, Connor, because she sent in this image of this nuclear pumpkin and asked that I projected it tonight, and who was I to say no? So Elena, this one is for you. Snap a picture of it, snap a screenshot, and let's send it to everyone we've ever met. All right. Yeah, we've definitely got someone shining lights back at me right now, which is something we've never had before. And I would be remiss if I took that amiss, since I believe that shining lights is, you know, free speech. And so I am shining lights at them, and if they want to shine lights back at me, молодец. We got some bicyclists going by who are into the whole thing. We got the Z and V spotlights up, and we got a guy climbing out of the front gate of the embassy here. Not sure what that's about. All right. Oh, look at that. We've got a serious effort to blot out the Ukrainian flag here with a very bright spotlight. So I'm going to move the Ukrainian flag where it cannot be troubled by spotlights, which is to say over here on the side. Let me get it back on the building. So, and what happens is, as you know, hey, well, we're decorating the Russian embassy with appropriate Ukrainian flags, and so here's a spot where they cannot. So this may have get in the way of traffic, but it's right into a camera. All right, so now that we're set up, sorry, I'm live streaming. If it sounds like I'm talking to the ether, it's actually because I am.
Oh, you're talking. Oh,
So let's So the Z and the V spotlight are the Russian embassy's spotlights. They use them to drown us out.
Oh.
And that big spotlight in the middle is theirs because that's the spot we like to project on. So they wash us out if we're there. And
So is the green a pumpkin?
oh, you see now he's shining a laser back at me.
Oh, I see
Um,
it. Oh, I see it.
All right, so now we've got the Russians shining lasers back at us. And this is the first time this has ever happened.
All right, have a good night.
Yeah, you too. So this is interesting. This is different from what we've ever had before. Reminder that I do not shine lasers at people because it's kind of dangerous. You see, the Russians are now, they've upped their game here. They are now lighting up their sidewall. So they've definitely got a bigger game there. So let's greet them. For those of you who are not Ukrainian, this is, it just says good evening. We are from Ukraine. Which is not true, actually. There is literally nobody from Ukraine here, but it is a slogan that's used by the band Probos Hardy at the beginning of their shows, and it's just a reminder about what this is about. So yeah, we've got now. This is the first time the Russians have ever put up lights on the side of their building. It is also the first time they've ever shined lasers back. So that's interesting. Not sure what to make of it. Okay, so there was a big message I wanted to send tonight before I got distracted by Russian countermeasures, and it's this. I hope this is visible to you all, but it says, "Hey, Congress, don't forget about Ukraine." And that is really the only message I mean to send tonight. And they can shine whatever countermeasures they want on me. They can shine lasers back at me. But as long as people see this, I have done my job tonight. So I can see you guys when you send comments in the YouTube feed, but no other way. Is this visible? I saw David Botts had a comment there before. Is this? This should be very clear. Can you guys see it? I can't see anybody responding, but oh, good, very visible, clear. So here is everybody. Looks like there are 25 people on the feed right now. If every single one of you could catch a moving screenshot of this and share it on some social media along with the feed of this live stream, that would be great. And we're going to do some other reminders we're going to leave this one running for a few minutes because this is the key one, but we've got others we're going to do. Oh, Elena Zer is there. Elena, did you see your pumpkin? Sorry, we got a bus coming by, which means I've got to cover the laser because unlike the Russians, we do not shine lasers at humans. The Russians seem to be shining them at me tonight, but we are not going to do the same, particularly not with innocent passersby in a bus. So as soon as the bus goes by, we will let Lord Laser loose. So, Elena, I see you saw the pumpkin. Thank you for sending me that. I made it up pretty quickly. I can do a better one with a little bit of time. All right, the bus. Some people on the bus seem irritated at me, which is not that surprising because I have a big Ukrainian flag spotlight shining at them. But now that they're gone, we can... So yeah, grab a screen clip of this, please, and do share it on whatever social media sites you still use. I, of course, am no longer on Twitter for reasons of having been thrown off for imitating the folks in that building. All right, the Russian laser, green laser, seems to be off, but they are moving the Z, trying to get it right in front of, so they cannot get it here. Here they can, but as long as we're just going to keep them moving tonight and make them do their work, make them earn their rapidly depreciating rubles. All right, this guy is, so we've got this car that actually saw the Ukrainian flag and is leaving, which I have no idea if those two things are related, but so we have this nicely in the driveway now, and I think we're going to change up the All right, I'm gonna try to bring this way down so that it is at the top. There we go. But this, we're gonna have to be really careful with buses and tall cars because I don't really want to blind anybody. So remember, folks, you are the eyes and ears here. All right, you want to beautify that Z, Elena? All right, let me see what I can do.
Hey, Ben.
Hey!
Why is your thing so low?
Because they're washing it out up above. All right, let's beautify the Z.
Oh, they
have a really bright spotlight, and they're shining lasers across the street too.
Really, they're shining lasers?
Yeah, and notice they lit up that side of the. They have a green laser that they're shining at me.
At you?
Yeah.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, it seems like unsporting of them. I don't shine lasers at them.
Oh wait, that red laser. I mean, yeah, because that's illegal. And you are always very good about not breaking the law.
Yeah, I'm a law-abiding little motherfucker. Not so much them.
Well,
Okay, there we go. We've turned the Z into a Zelensky. I think I got to do a better job with that one. Let me try a different way to do that.
I'll let you get back to it, but yeah, definitely mention it to the Secret Service if they come by. They're shining lasers at you. And yeah, stay safe.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, can people see the Zelensky? Whoops, you can't because it's below. All right, now we're gonna move. Can people see the Zelensky? All right, so grab your screenshots of the Zelensky and there we go. I may be able to do it even better because it's in red right now, and red is just the worst color for projection. Ah, that'll work better. Nope, that's too big. Sorry. There we go. That's about as bright as I can make it. We have the Secret Service here. See, now the Z is moving to avoid being Zelensky. But now I'm chasing you, Mr. Z Spotlight. You cannot avoid spelling Volodymyr Zelensky. Okay, we've got Secret Service presence here. My position is that, of course, the Secret Service is very welcome. I welcome the presence of law enforcement, among other things, because I think they're less likely to shine lights in my face and to shine lasers at me with the Secret Service present. So I'm actually kind of glad the Secret Service is here because it doesn't seem like a good idea to have lasers shined at me. So it is Halloween season, folks, and we are displaying Elena Zayer's nuclear Halloween, nuclear pumpkin, thinking of the people of Zaporizhia Oblast, which has Europe's biggest nuclear facility, and it is not in good shape. And there's a reason for that, and that is the Russian Federation. So grab a screenshot of the nuclear pumpkin, and please share a little bit, use it as a way of sharing a little bit of information with people you know about what's going on in Zaporizhia Oblast, and specifically what is going on at the Zaporizhia nuclear power plant. So even the bright spotlight is having trouble wiping out Lord Laser. It's trying, um, trying to run it out. So as to the person who is asking about which Secret Service division, generally speaking, the embassy protection is done by what's called the Uniformed Secret Service, which is a different division than the presidential protective details. So people do move between them, but generally speaking, it's a different component of the Secret Service. These are not the people who do presidential protection. These are the folks who do embassy and certain foreign head of state protection. I'm sorry? Secret Service? With the dog?
Yeah.
I am told Umbrella Man is here with his dog. Oh, I am excited about this. Whoa, so here he is going into his apartment. That a good neighbor has pointed this out. He may be listening to us or listening to something. So we're gonna stand by for maybe a visit from Umbrella Man, who is now inside his apartment building. Fortunately, the Secret Service is here. They have consulted with the Russians and may now come across the street to talk to me. If it seems to y'all like there's more going on the Russian side than usual, that is also how it seems to me. I am going to keep them busy and keep reminding Congress that, okay, so the Secret Service may be taken off at this point. They're actually coming across the street. So let's cover this so that we don't accidentally shine it in their faces. We're going to temporarily turn off Lord Laser. Oh, well, she's parked down there, so maybe we won't. Wait till she parks before I turn it on, because the last thing I want is to engage with the Secret Service on the basis that the Russians have been engaging with me, which is to say, shining lasers at people. Pardon me, I think I'm going to have a brief conversation with this Secret Service officer if she wants to. If she doesn't, I am perfectly happy to just go on to my next... no, she may be just standing here. I want to say for my protection, which warms my heart. All right, what's the next thing I want to say? Yeah, so this is one that I've been thinking about for a while. How long do you wait after an atrocity in southern Israel and then a military response that is causing significant civilian death and injury in order to remind people about Mariupol? And it felt wrong to be back here immediately, but it also felt wrong not to be back here quickly. And so Hamas does not have an embassy in Washington. If they did, I would have projected onto it. But I also think it's important that we not set up a competitive dynamic between atrocities and those of us who have friends and family in Israel, or for that matter in Gaza, should be able to hold more than one idea in our heads at the same time. And I don't want the people in that building to think that Hamas would make us forget them.
Are you still on?
Oh yeah, I'm still casting. Anything you say will go out to lots of people.
I wanted to ask you some questions about Israel, but we'll do that on another day.
Yep.
I've been watching at 24/7.
Yeah, it's pretty depressing. So we did catch another glimpse, thanks to alert neighborhood spies, of Umbrella Man with his dog going into the Highview Towers apartment building at 2700 Wisconsin Avenue. So if any of you sleuthy folks who do OSINT kind of intel want to hunt down who Umbrella Man is, I've got you his address and his face, and we would I would love to have a name and an employer, by the way. Okay. Ooh, that's a little too big. I've always really liked projections into trees, both because I love the image that it creates and because there is nothing they can do about it. It just makes me happy to How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm just wondering.
Watch your eyes when you're just
Of course.
yeah, just
I'm
wanted to
wondering how long are you going to be here?
Probably about another 30 minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah, not long.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah. By the way, just so that you know, this is the first time they've ever done this, but they've been shining lasers back at me.
Have they?
Yeah, a small green laser. I'm not complaining about it. I just thought you'd want to know.
That's the thing here. Let me know if they do it again. I'm gonna be here as long as you're gonna be here.
My guess is they won't do it while you're here, but I have it on tape.
That's weird. That's the first time ever.
Yeah. They usually they shine lights on their own wall, but I've never heard of them. And I never shine the laser at people, only at walls and. I mention it only because it is actually dangerous. And if they, I know how to deal with it, but if they did that with like a crowd of protesters, they could really hurt somebody. People who don't.
I'm here. If they do it to you, let me know.
Okay, thanks. That, ladies and gentlemen, is your friendly neighborhood United States Secret Service. And as you can see, special military operations always proceed in accordance with the law, and thus we have no problems with law enforcement. And ditto in numerous other countries where we have done them. The Z is really upset by the, really wants to blot out the Ukrainian flag here. So I'm just going to move it down so that it's kind of in the trees and not, and the spotlight, unlike the laser, is totally harmless, except in the very limited sense that if you're driving and you drive through it, it can be very bright. So they've definitely gotten better at this. They are now, it is a little bit harder to. I think we may have some company here.
The Z's, the Russians.
The Z is their spotlights.
Oh.
They're trying to blot us out with the Z. I do not project Z's.
I would not think so.
And they are trying to prevent me from projecting using the Z.
Yes.
Glad
you're prevailing.
I'm sorry?
I'm glad you are prevailing.
Yeah, they are not. They could do better at this if they bothered to be competent. But if they bothered to be competent, they would not be the Russian state. So again, folks, we are projecting. This is the key message. We're going to pause for just a second because we've got emergency vehicles coming by. This is the key message of the day. We want Congress to not, in petty intra-Republican squabbling, forget that there are actual lives on the line, that there is desperate and urgent need for U.S. military and other assistance. We want Congress to remember that doing its job is not a party trick. And we got some people, passersby looking, and we want to emphasize that this is not a game or a joke. And let's make this personal. Congratulations, Speaker Johnson. Congratulations, Speaker Johnson. Remember Ukraine. And yes, for those who are seeing this and are confused by the Z spotlights, I just cannot emphasize enough, as I did to the gentleman passing by, they are not mine. The Z spotlights are the work of the Russian embassy itself, trying to blot out my projections. And if that seems like trying to blot out the protest of genocide with a symbol of genocide, well, yes, that's kind of what it is. So we are out here again, not trying to speak to the Russians tonight, although they have been quick to speak back tonight. We're here really talking to Congress and figuring that this is a good tableau on which to do it. So in answer to the question, Umbrella Man went into his apartment in Highview Towers about, and wait, he may be coming out right now. Hang on, let's see if that's him. No, that's not him. At least if that's him, he has grown a beard since the last time I saw him. Not sure who that is, but he doesn't seem to be going into the embassy. So that's a false alarm. To the best of my knowledge, Umbrella Man went into the Highview Towers apartment building, I want to say 25 minutes ago with his dog. A neighbor gives a positive ID on him on that. I cannot. I saw him only from across the street. I would say 75-80% certainty. I know he did go into that building the day he attacked us, so it's very plausible. There have been a number of neighborhood sightings of him since then. I have not seen him since then. So I'm keeping an eye on the front door of that building for obvious reasons. Keeping an eye on it in order to make sure that I don't miss him if he does come out. But I have not seen him.
Should we send someone out with an umbrella that
Not to attack me exactly, but to physically block the projectors with multiple umbrellas. And he ended up getting somewhat physical, both with me and with one of my people. Are you all right, ma'am? Can I help you? So we've got a bus here, as you can see, which we will keep Lord Laser off until it goes. There we go. Again, unlike the Russians, we do not shine lasers at people, not even staff of the Russian embassy. However, sorely we are sometimes tempted. They did seem to be shining one at my face earlier today, which surprised me. It kind of violates at least my understanding of the rules of engagement. But so it is. All right, there are a few more things it is important to say. For example, I would be remiss if I did not say Putin Khuylo. But I don't have my Russian keyboard here, so I'm going to do it in English.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir. Whoops. So for all who are new to special military operations, Putin Khuylo is untranslatable Russian obscenity, also used in Ukrainian. It means, roughly speaking, Putin is a dickhead, sometimes also translated as Putin go fuck yourself. Dickhead is closer, literally. It's more offensive in Russian than it is in English. And I always project it because two of my comrades in Projection Arms who know who they are and may be watching, oh, it's starting to rain, always ask me to do it. And it would be unsportsmanlike of me to not do it. Okay, so one thing that does stop special military operations is rain, for obvious reasons. So I am going to, hey, I'm going to have to shut this down because it's starting to rain.
Okay. Have they been shining the laser at you?
Not since the Secret Service showed up, they haven't.
Huh, it's funny. It's funny that.
Yeah. And we had a sighting of Umbrella Man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, walking up the street with his dog into Highview Towers. Oh, maybe it's stopping. Maybe the rain is stopping. All right, folks. I'm going to shut this down before we get an actual storm. You are all great Americans and great Ukrainians and great wherever else you might be from. We will be back. And until then, keep sending foot pics to Rick Grinnell. Keep your sense of humor, and we'll see you soon.